Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. God never creates anything without purpose. And when he made woman, he placed within her a divine assignment. A woman blessed by God is not just an ordinary woman. She carries a mark of distinction, a seal of heaven's approval. There are signs, undeniable signs, that reveal when a woman walks under the favor of God. And today I want to share 7 of them with you. Number 1, she knows her identity in Christ. Number 2, she lives with purpose. Number 3, she walks in wisdom. Number 4, she is a woman of strength and character. Number 5, she is a blessing to others. Number 6, she is faithful in the small things. And last, 7 is she is a woman of prayer and faith. A woman blessed by God does not question who she is because she understands that her identity is not defined by the world, by people's opinions, or by temporary circumstances. She knows that she was created in the image and likeness of God, and that alone gives her value. She does not look to society for validation because she is already approved by heaven. When God made man and woman, he breathed his own spirit into them. That means a woman is not just flesh and blood. She carries the very nature of God within her. She is not ordinary. She is not a mistake. She is not an afterthought. She was intentionally designed by the Creator to fulfill a purpose on this earth. And when a woman understands this, she begins to live differently. She no longer allows the world to dictate her worth. She does not measure herself by material things, by beauty standards, or by the opinions of others. She knows that her true identity is found in God alone. A woman who knows her identity does not live in insecurity. She does not compare herself to others because she understands that God created her uniquely for a specific purpose. She does not try to be like someone else. She embraces who she is and walks confidently in it. She does not need external validation to feel valuable. She is already valuable because she was made by the hand of God. One of the greatest tragedies today is that many women do not know who they are. They allow the world to define them, and as a result, they live in a constant state of self-doubt. They chase after the approval of people, they change themselves to fit into society's mold, and they lose sight of their true identity. But a woman blessed by God is different. She does not conform to the patterns of the world. She is transformed by the renewing of her mind. She knows that she is more than her past, more than her mistakes, more than what people say about her. She walks with a confidence that comes from knowing she is a daughter of the King. When a woman understands her identity, she walks in authority. She does not settle for less than what God has for her. She does not allow fear to control her decisions. She does not remain in toxic relationships that diminish her worth. She refuses to live beneath her potential because she knows she was created for greatness. She is not arrogant, but she is bold. She is not prideful, but she is secure. She does not beg for love, for attention, or for approval because she already knows she is loved by God. A woman who knows her identity carries herself differently. She speaks with wisdom and grace. She does not waste her words on gossip, negativity, or foolishness. She speaks life. She encourages others. She builds up rather than tears down. She does not seek attention, yet people are drawn to her because of the light she carries. And let me tell you something. When a woman truly knows who she is in Christ, the enemy cannot deceive her. He cannot trick her into believing she is worthless because she knows her value. He cannot make her compromise her standards because she knows she is worth more than that. He cannot make her live in fear because she knows that greater is he who is in her than he who is in the world. A woman blessed by God does not live by emotions alone. She lives by faith. She does not allow her past to define her future. She understands that even if she has made mistakes, even if she has fallen short, God's grace is sufficient. She does not dwell on what was. She focuses on what is to come. She walks forward with faith, knowing that God has a plan for her life, a future filled with hope and purpose. This is the kind of woman the world needs today. A woman who is unshaken by the storms of life. A woman who does not shrink back in fear, but stands strong in the truth of who she is. A woman who is not swayed by the opinions of men, but is led by the Spirit of God. When a woman knows her identity, she becomes unstoppable. She becomes a force for good. She becomes an agent of change in her family, in her community, in her generation. My friend, if you're listening to this today, I want you to hear me clearly. God has already defined who you are. You don't have to prove your worth to anyone. You don't have to chase validation. You don't have to settle for less. You are already chosen. You are already loved. You are already enough in the eyes of your Creator. Walk in that truth. Live in that confidence. And let the world see the evidence of a woman who is truly blessed by God. A woman blessed by God does not live life by accident. She lives with purpose. She wakes up each day knowing that she was created for something greater than just existing. She understands that she is not here to simply go through the motions of life, waiting for things to happen. No, she moves with intention. She knows that before she was formed in her mother's womb, God had already designed a purpose for her, and she is committed to fulfilling it. Purpose is not about fame, recognition, or success as the world defines it. It is about fulfilling the assignment God has placed within. A woman who walks in purpose does not waste time chasing things that have no eternal value. She does not allow distractions to pull her away from what she was created to do. She is focused, disciplined, and determined. She understands that life is too short to be wasted on meaningless pursuits, so she directs her energy toward what truly matters. A woman who knows her purpose is not easily swayed. She does not compare herself to others because she understands that her calling is unique. She does not envy another woman's journey because she knows that God has assigned her a specific path. She is not trying to live someone else's life. She is fully committed to the life God has given her. She does not waste time in competition. Instead, she invests her time in becoming the best version of herself. Purpose is not just about what a woman does. It is about who she is. A blessed woman understands that purpose is not confined to a career, a position, or a title. Purpose is about impact. It is about how she influences the people around her. It is about the legacy she is building, the lives she is touching, and the difference she is making. She does not wait for opportunities to come. She creates them. She does not wait for permission to walk in her calling. She steps into it boldly. A woman walking in purpose does not live in fear. She does not allow doubt to stop her. She does not sit on her dreams waiting for the perfect moment. She moves forward, trusting that God will guide her. She knows that purpose is not about having all the answers. It is about having faith to take the next step. She does not wait for everything to be perfect before she starts. She starts where she is, using what she has, trusting that God will provide what she needs. Many women struggle with finding their purpose because they are waiting for a big dramatic moment to reveal it. But purpose is not always found in the extraordinary. It is often found in the small daily acts of obedience. A woman blessed by God understands that purpose is discovered in faithfulness. She is faithful in her home, in her relationships, in her work, in her ministry. She does not despise small beginnings because she knows that God uses the little things to prepare her for greater things. She also understands that purpose is not about selfish ambition. It is not about personal gain, but about service. A woman blessed by God lives not just for herself, but for the benefit of others. She pours into the lives of those around her. She uses her gifts to bless, encourage, and uplift. She is a solution to problems, a light in dark places, a voice of wisdom and truth. This kind of woman does not let setbacks stop her. She does not give up when things get hard. She understands that obstacles are part of the journey, and instead of complaining, she sees them as opportunities to grow. She does not waste time blaming others or making excuses. She takes responsibility for her life and keeps moving forward. She knows that if God has called her to something, He will equip her for it. When a woman walks in purpose, she becomes a force that cannot be ignored. She is not easily discouraged by the opinions of others. She does not need constant approval because she knows that her assignment comes from God, not people. She is not moved by rejection because she understands that not everyone will see or understand her calling, but she presses on, knowing that obedience to God is more important than the applause of men. A woman blessed by God does not waste time living someone else's dream. She does not get lost in distractions, entertainment, or meaningless pursuits. She is intentional. She is strategic. She is focused. And because of that, her life produces fruit. She builds, she creates, she nurtures, she leads. Everything she touches carries the evidence of purpose. If you are listening to this today, I want to remind you, your life is not an accident. You were created for something greater than just going through the motions. There is something inside of you that God placed there before you were born. Don't bury it. Don't ignore it. Don't wait for permission to step into it. Live with purpose, walk in obedience, and let your life be a testimony of what it means to be a woman truly blessed by God. A woman blessed by God does not walk in confusion. She walks in wisdom. She understands that wisdom is the key to making the right decisions, to living a life of purpose, and to fulfilling her God-given assignment. She does not act on impulse, nor is she led by emotions alone. She seeks understanding before she moves. She takes time to discern what is right, what is necessary, and what is of God. She does not waste her energy on things that do not align with her destiny. Wisdom is not just about knowledge, it is about application. A woman may know many things, but if she does not apply wisdom, she will still struggle. A blessed woman is not just intelligent, she is wise. She understands when to speak and when to be silent. She knows when to move forward and when to wait. She does not rush into things without seeking guidance because she knows that not everything that looks good is from God. She is careful with her words, her decisions, and her actions because she understands that every choice has consequences. A woman of wisdom does not entertain foolishness. She does not waste time in unproductive conversations. She does not gossip. She does not argue over meaningless things, and she does not allow negativity to consume her. She guards her mind and her heart because she knows that what she allows in will eventually come out. She surrounds herself with people who challenge her to grow, who speak life into her, and who encourage her to become better. She does not keep company with those who drain her spirit or distract her from her purpose. A woman blessed by God understands that wisdom comes from above. She does not rely solely on human advice. She seeks divine guidance. She spends time in prayer, asking God for direction. She studies the Word, not just to gain knowledge, but to apply it in her daily life. She does not make decisions based on what feels right in the moment. She aligns her choices with God's principles. She knows that true wisdom is not about doing what is popular, but about doing what is right. She is not deceived by appearances. She understands that not everything that shines is gold. She does not jump into relationships, friendships, or business deals without discernment. She listens to her spirit. She watches for signs. She prays before she acts. She has learned that mistakes often come from moving too quickly without seeking wisdom. She does not let pressure force her into making hasty decisions. She waits on God's timing. A woman who walks in wisdom is a woman who builds. She builds her character, her family, her career, her relationships, and her legacy with intention. She is not reckless with her emotions, her resources, or her time. She understands that wisdom is the foundation of a successful life. She invests in herself. She learns, she grows, she improves. She does not remain stagnant because wisdom calls for progress. She also understands the power of her words. She does not speak carelessly because she knows that her words carry life or death. She chooses to uplift rather than tear down. She chooses to encourage rather than criticize. She does not allow her tongue to be a weapon of destruction. Instead, she speaks with grace, with kindness, and with wisdom. Her words heal, restore, and bring peace. A woman blessed by God does not allow emotions to control her actions. She may feel angry, but she does not respond in anger. She may be hurt, but she does not act out of pain. She takes time to process, to reflect, and to seek guidance before making decisions. She understands that one unwise choice can set her back, and she refuses to let temporary emotions lead her into permanent mistakes. She is also wise in handling her resources. She does not waste what she has been given. She manages her finances with wisdom. She plans for the future. She is not reckless with money, time, or opportunities. She understands that God blesses those who are faithful with what they have. She does not live for temporary pleasure at the cost of long-term stability. She knows that wisdom is the ability to think beyond the moment and consider the future. A wise woman understands that every season has a lesson. She does not despise difficult times because she knows that wisdom is often gained through experience. She does not allow failure to define her. She learns from it. She does not allow challenges to break her. She grows through them. She sees every situation as an opportunity to become stronger, better, and wiser. When a woman walks in wisdom, she becomes a light to others. People seek her counsel not because she is perfect, but because she carries insight that only comes from God. She does not boast about what she knows. She lives it. Her actions speak louder than her words. She is stable, she is grounded, and she is secure. A woman who walks in wisdom does not chase after blessings. Blessings chase after her. She does not fear the future because she knows she is making decisions today that will prepare her for tomorrow. She walks with confidence, knowing that wisdom is her guide. And because of that, she is truly a woman blessed by God. A woman blessed by God is a woman of strength and character. She is not easily shaken by the storms of life because she is deeply rooted in who she is and in the God who sustains her. Her strength is not just physical, it is spiritual, emotional, and mental. She faces challenges, but she does not crumble under pressure. She understands that adversity is a part of life, but she refuses to allow difficulties to define her. Instead, she uses them as opportunities to grow, to learn, and to rise above circumstances. Strength is not just about endurance, it is about resilience. A blessed woman does not give up easily. When life throws obstacles in her path, she does not sit in defeat. She finds a way to overcome. She may have moments of weakness, but she does not stay there. She lifts her head, she straightens her back, and she moves forward. She understands that her strength does not come from her own ability alone, but from the God who empowers her. She is not afraid of difficulties because she knows that every trial she faces is an opportunity for God to show his power in her life. Her strength is not loud, aggressive, or forceful. It is not about proving herself to others. It is the quiet confidence that comes from knowing who she is and who she. She does not seek to control people or situations, but she stands firm in her values, her beliefs, and her purpose. She does not compromise her integrity for temporary gain. She does not allow pressure to make her lower her standards. She holds on to what is right, even when it is difficult, even when others do not understand, and even when it costs her something. A woman of strength is not easily influenced. She is not led by the opinions of people. She does not conform to what society expects of her if it does not align with God's principles. She is not desperate for approval because she knows that her worth is not determined by others. She stands firm in her convictions and remains true to herself. She is not moved by trends, fads, or the fear of missing out. She is focused on her journey, her purpose, and her calling. She is also a woman of character. She does not just speak about righteousness, she lives it. Her actions reflect her beliefs. She is honest, trustworthy, and dependable. People know that when she gives her word, she will keep it. She does not say one thing and do another. Her integrity is evident in how she treats others, in how she handles challenges, and in how she carries herself. A woman of character does not entertain deceit, manipulation, or dishonesty. She does not cut corners to get ahead. She does not betray others to advance herself. She walks in truth even when no one is watching. She does not live a double life. She is the same person in private as she is in public. She does not pretend to be something she is not. She embraces authenticity because she understands that true character is not about appearance, but about substance. She is a woman who lifts others up. She does not tear people down to make herself feel better. She does not engage in jealousy, gossip, or competition. She celebrates the success of others because she knows that another person's success does not diminish her own. She encourages, she supports, and she helps those around her grow. Her strength is not in making others feel small, it is in empowering them to rise. She is patient. She does not make rash decisions in the heat of emotion. She takes time to process, to pray, and to seek wisdom before acting. She does not react impulsively to situations, but she responds with maturity. She understands that strength is not just about what she can endure, but about how she handles challenges with grace and wisdom. A woman of strength does not let bitterness take root in her heart. She has been hurt, but she chooses to forgive. She has been disappointed, but she does not allow it to make her cold. She understands that holding on to anger only weakens her, so she releases it and moves forward. She does not allow past pain to define her future. Instead, she learns from it, grows from it, and becomes stronger because of it. She is also strong in her faith. She does not allow doubt to consume her. She trusts in God's promises, even when she cannot see how things will work out. She does not let fear dictate her decisions. She walks by faith, believing that if God has brought her this far, he will not abandon her now. She stands firm in the midst of uncertainty, knowing that her life is in God's hands. When a woman is strong in her character, people notice. They see the way she carries herself, the way she handles challenges, and the way she treats others. Her strength is not just for herself. It is a testimony of God's grace in her life. She is not perfect, but she is consistent. She is not without struggles, but she does not allow them to break her. A woman blessed by God does not rely on her own strength alone. She draws from a source greater than herself. She knows that her power comes from the one who created her. She is confident, she is unwavering, and she is a reflection of God's strength in the earth. And because of that, she is truly unstoppable. A woman blessed by God is not just blessed for herself, she is a blessing to others. She understands that the favor, wisdom, and strength God has given her are not meant to be kept to herself, but to be shared. She does not live a life centered only on her own desires, her own success, or her own comfort. She looks beyond herself and sees how she can impact the world around her. She is a giver, an encourager, a supporter, and a source of light wherever she goes. A woman who is a blessing does not wait for perfect conditions to do good. She does not think, I will help when I have more, or I will give when my situation is better. No, she understands that being a blessing is a mindset, not a level of wealth or status. She gives what she has: her time, her kindness, her wisdom, her resources, because she knows that God multiplies what is given with a willing heart. She is not controlled by selfishness or fear of lack because she trusts that as she pours into others, God will continue to pour into her. She is a blessing in her family. She nurtures, supports, and uplifts those around her. She is a source of peace in her home, not conflict. She is not careless with her words, but speaks with love and wisdom. She does not tear others down in frustration, but builds them up with encouragement. She teaches, she guides, and she leads by example. Her presence brings comfort, and her actions create stability. She is a blessing in her community. She does not turn a blind eye to those in need. She does not ignore the struggles of others. She is willing to lend a hand, to be a mentor, to offer support where it is needed. She does not need recognition for what she does because she does it from a heart that seeks to serve, not to be seen. She does not help for applause. She helps because it is who she is. A woman who is a blessing understands that life is not just about what she can achieve, but about the impact she leaves behind. She does not just seek personal success, she seeks to elevate those around her. She looks for ways to make life better for others. She uses her influence to uplift, not to dominate. She uses her knowledge to teach, not to boast. She understands that true success is not measured by how much she has, but by how much she gives. She is also a blessing through the way she speaks. Her words carry life. She does not speak negativity, gossip, or destruction. She chooses to speak encouragement, wisdom, and truth. She understands that her words have power, so she is intentional with them. She does not waste time in meaningless conversations that bring no growth. Instead, she speaks with purpose, ensuring that what she says adds value to those around her. A woman who blesses others does not expect anything in return. She does not serve to be rewarded. She does not love to be loved back. She gives because she understands that this is her calling. She trusts that God sees every act of kindness, every moment of service, every sacrifice made in love, and she knows that He will reward her in His own way and in His perfect time. She is a woman who forgives. She does not hold grudges because she understands that bitterness does not just affect her, it affects everyone around her. She chooses to release offenses because she knows that carrying resentment only weighs her down. She blesses even those who have hurt her because she understands that forgiveness is not about weakness, but about strength. She is also a blessing to the next generation. She invests in those coming after her. She teaches, she mentors, she leads with integrity. She understands that her life is an example, so she lives in a way that others can look up to. She does not just tell others how to live, she shows them. She knows that the legacy she builds today will impact generations to come. A woman who blesses others does not live in fear of lack. She understands that generosity does not make her empty, it makes her overflow. She trusts that the more she gives, the more God will supply. She does not live with a scarcity mindset, always afraid that if she helps others, she will lose. No, she knows that the God who blesses her is unlimited in His provision. And because she is a blessing, blessings follow her. Opportunities find her. Favor surrounds her. She does not chase after rewards. Rewards chase after her. She does not struggle for recognition. Her impact speaks for itself. She does not seek to be exalted. God lifts her up in due time. A woman blessed by God is not just known for what she has, but for what she gives. She is a source of hope, strength, and encouragement. She leaves people better than she found them. She does not just receive blessings, she becomes one. And because of that, her life is a testimony of what it truly means to walk in the favor of God. A woman blessed by God carries herself with grace, dignity, and honor. She understands that true beauty is not just in appearance, but in how she conducts herself, how she treats others, and how she represents the God who has called her. She does not seek validation from the world because she knows that her worth is already established by her Creator. She moves with confidence, knowing that she is fearfully and wonderfully made, and she does not allow the opinions of others to dictate her value. Grace is not weakness. It is strength under control. A woman of grace does not react in anger or frustration when faced with challenges. She does not allow circumstances to dictate her attitude. She remains composed even in difficult situations because she understands that how she responds speaks louder than what she says. She chooses peace over conflict, wisdom over impulse, and kindness over retaliation. She does not waste her energy on things that do not serve her purpose. She walks in grace, not because life is always easy, but because she refuses to let life make her bitter. She carries herself with dignity. She knows who she is, and she does not compromise her values to fit in. She does not lower her standards to be accepted by others. She does not allow society to define her worth based on material things or superficial measures. She holds her head high, not in arrogance, but in the quiet confidence that comes from knowing she is valuable. She does not seek attention through desperation or manipulation. She attracts respect through her character. A woman of dignity does not entertain foolishness. She does not involve herself in gossip, unnecessary drama, or meaningless arguments. She understands that her time and energy are valuable, and she does not waste them on things that do not align with her purpose. She is selective about what she allows into her life. She does not associate with those who bring her down, disrespect her values, or distract her from what God has called her to do. She is mindful of her speech. She does not use her words to destroy, to belittle, or to cause pain. She speaks with wisdom and kindness, understanding that her words have the power to uplift or tear down. She does not engage in negativity, but instead she uses her voice to encourage, inspire, and bring peace. She does not speak just to be heard. She speaks with intention. Her actions reflect her character. She is not one person in public and another in private. She does not live a double life. She understands that integrity is doing what is right, even when no one is watching. She does not compromise her morals for temporary pleasure or approval. She stays true to herself and true to the principles that guide her life. She is also a woman of honor. She respects herself and she respects others. She does not tear people down to elevate herself. She does not engage in jealousy or competition. She celebrates others without feeling threatened by their success. She understands that honoring others does not take away from her own value, it only strengthens her. A woman of honor does not seek revenge when she is wronged. She does not allow bitterness to take root in her heart. She forgives, not because people deserve it, but because she refuses to let anger control her. She knows that holding on to pain only slows her down, so she chooses to release it and move forward. She understands that true beauty is not just external. It is in her heart, her mind, and her soul. She does not base her self-worth on appearance alone, but on the essence of who she is. She does not seek to impress the world. She seeks to please God. She invests in her inner self, cultivating wisdom, kindness, and strength. She takes care of herself, not to gain approval, but because she values the vessel God has given her. She walks with confidence, not arrogance. She does not look down on others, but she does not allow others to look down on her either. She respects herself enough to walk away from anything that does not serve her growth. She does not settle for less than she deserves. She does not chase after relationships, friendships, or opportunities that require her to compromise her dignity. She trusts that what is meant for her will come in God's timing. A woman blessed by God knows that she is royalty not because of earthly status, but because she is a daughter of the King. She does not beg for love, for attention, or for validation. She walks in the fullness of her identity, knowing that she is complete as she is. She does not allow the world to define her worth because her worth was already determined by the one who created her. And because she walks in grace, dignity, and honor, she is admired not just for what she does, but for who she is. She is a reflection of God's beauty, wisdom, and strength. She does not need to prove herself. Her presence alone speaks volumes. She carries herself with poise, with wisdom, and with confidence, and because of that, she is truly a woman blessed by God. A woman blessed by God is a woman of faith. She does not rely solely on what she can see, what she can control, or what makes sense to human understanding. She walks by faith, trusting that God is leading her, even when the path is unclear. She does not allow fear to dictate her decisions, nor does she let uncertainty shake her confidence. She stands firm in her belief that God's plans for her are good, that he is faithful to his promises, and that he will never leave her nor forsake her. Faith is not just something she speaks about, it is something she lives. She does not just pray when things are going well, she prays even in the midst of difficulty. She does not worship only when she feels like it, she worships because she knows that God is worthy no matter her circumstances. Her faith is not dependent on her emotions or on what she sees in the moment. It is rooted in the unchanging truth of God's word. She understands that faith is the foundation of her strength, her wisdom, and her ability to bless others. She does not panic when challenges arise. She may face setbacks, disappointments, or seasons of waiting, but she does not allow them to shake her faith. She knows that every delay has a purpose, every struggle has a lesson, and every challenge is an opportunity for growth. She does not rush ahead of God, trying to force things to happen in her own strength. She waits on him, trusting that his timing is perfect. A woman of faith refuses to let fear control her life. She understands that fear and faith cannot coexist. She does not allow the voices of doubt, insecurity, or negativity to drown out what God has spoken over her. She does not live her life trying to please people or seeking their approval, because she knows that her true identity comes from God alone. She is not afraid to step into new opportunities, to take bold steps, or to walk away from things that do not align with God's plan for her life. She also has faith in who she is. She does not question her worth. She does not believe the lies that say she is not enough, that she is unworthy, or that she cannot achieve what God has called her to do. She believes in the gifts God has placed within her. She believes that she was created with a purpose, and she does not allow past failures or mistakes to define her. She embraces her journey, knowing that God is still working on her, molding her, and leading her into greater things. A woman of faith is a woman of vision. She does not live only for the present moment. She has a bigger picture in mind. She dreams with boldness, knowing that God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly more than she could ever ask or imagine. She does not settle for less than what God has promised. She does not allow temporary hardships to make her give up on long-term blessings. She moves forward with confidence, not because she has all the answers, but because she knows the one who does. Her faith impacts those around her. She does not just keep it to herself, she encourages others with it. She speaks life into those who are discouraged. She reminds others of God's promises. She prays for those who need strength. She does not let negativity or doubt have the final say in her conversations. She lifts others up, pointing them toward faith and hope instead of fear and despair. A woman of faith also understands the power of persistence. She does not give up when things get difficult. She does not abandon her dreams at the first sign of resistance. She knows that faith requires endurance, that breakthroughs come to those who do not quit, and that God honors those who remain steadfast. She keeps pressing forward even when the journey is long, even when she cannot see immediate results. She knows that faith is not just believing for a moment. It is believing consistently, no matter what comes her way. She is not swayed by circumstances. She may face financial struggles, relationship challenges, career setbacks, or personal battles, but she does not let them define her faith. She believes that God is bigger than her problems. She knows that He is a provider, a healer, a restorer, and a waymaker. She does not allow temporary storms to make her forget that she serves an eternal God. She holds on to His promises, knowing that if He has spoken it, it will come to pass. Her faith is not passive. It moves her to action. She does not just sit and wait for things to happen. She steps out in obedience. She moves when God tells her to move. She takes risks when success follows. She does not worry about the future because she knows that the same God who has brought her this far will continue to guide her. A woman blessed by God is a woman who trusts Him completely. She does not have all the answers, but she knows the one who does. She does not fear the unknown because she knows that God is already there. She does not live in doubt because she believes in the promises of the one who never fails. And because of that, she is truly a woman who walks in the fullness of God's blessings. A woman blessed by God is not defined by the world's standards, but by the presence of God in her life. She is strong yet graceful, confident yet humble, bold in her faith yet gentle in her spirit. She carries wisdom, integrity, and purpose, knowing that she was created for something greater than herself. She does not just receive blessings, she becomes a blessing to those around. Goodness, a testimony of his faithfulness, and a light in a world that needs hope. If you are this woman, continue walking boldly in who you are. If you are still becoming her, trust the process. God is shaping you into everything he designed you to be and strengthen you in every area of your life. Walk in confidence, live with purpose, and never forget, you are a woman blessed by God. Good luck and thank you